Hey everybody, this is your girl Marsha Mack. Welcome to this edition of The Good Life in Motion. Where am I today? I am in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Absolutely beautiful view, sitting here on the beach enjoying some little R&R. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Make sure that you go and you share it with somebody. If the videos have blessed you, share it. You know, just like it blessed you, it can bless someone else. I have been off the scene for a minute, probably like a week and a half, because I kept getting a word, not only just in my spirit, but from a couple other people, and it was to rest. Rest is very, very important. I have to get my rest. You know, yeah, you might have a job and you're on the move and you're very busy, but one important thing is rest. For me to be my very best self, I have to rest and do what it is that I need to do. Rest is important. It's the best thing you can do for your body. It's the best thing you can do to keep you healthy, to keep you stress-free. Make sure you get your rest. I want to talk to you today. There's some things that's been brewing. I have been working on some things. I know I promised you some things earlier this year about the men's point of view, and I definitely have been working on that. And so I'm getting ready to roll those out. So be looking for it. Keep your eyes out for it. First, I want to talk to you today. There's a few things, and it's about the power of influence. The power of influence, it is so important. Who's influencing you? Who's influencing your children? Who's influencing your spouse at work, when you're at work? Who's influencing you? The thing about the power of influence, people will start to speak into your life. You'll start to hear their opinion. You might say some things and then they'll say that's not possible, or you can't do that. You got to be careful about that. You just really have to be careful about who's influencing you. You've heard the term that you're only smart as the 5 people that you hang around. You are only successful as the 5 people you hang around. I don't want you to get so down about that, because years ago when I used to hear that, what I began to do is get me some mentors from a distance. There was a lot of people that served as my mentor, and maybe they don't even know that they served as my mentor, but they did. You can get that into your mind, into your vision, and start to meditate on something a little better. We were talking earlier about YouTube, and sometimes you can get to going on these YouTube videos and it'll get you into that YouTube jungle, we'll call it. But make sure that you're feeding yourself something good. When I talk about the power of influence, I can't help but go back and talk about when I was 16 years old and I got my first job at a restaurant, and there was a guy there that was 10 years older than me. He was special ed growing up with my sisters and brothers because they were older than me. And when I get to work at this restaurant when I'm 16, he works there. He began to say to me, how about I could show you how to make some extra money? The power of influence. And what he was doing was not legal. How many of you know, you remember when you used to go through the drive-through and they'll have right there, call this number. It's 800 number if you didn't get a receipt. Those type of influences are not good. Because I already knew when I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. I remember in my neighborhood where I grew up in Ohio, I was in my living room and I was telling somebody, or my dad overheard me say that I had stole a candy bar from the store that day. Man, he let me have it. I don't really remember getting a whooping from him or beat by him, which I did from my mom, don't get me wrong, but I have no problem with spankings. But my father the next day made me get up and go back to that store and apologize, and we paid for that candy bar. The power of influence. The next thing I want to talk to you about is exposure. What are you exposed to? Who again, is influencing you? It's all a matter of what you're exposed to. I noticed some things happening with my nephew recently. He's always been this guy that's been focused, that's been on what it is that he's doing, and all of a sudden his ideas and his dreams and his visions, they have begun to change. And now all of a sudden he doesn't want to finish his last year of college. Who's influencing you? What made you think that? What made you think that you could go out here and work somewhere and make $13 an hour and that's enough money to survive? It can get you going, but it's just not enough money to help you get established. The next thing I want to talk about is pursuit. Because once you have that power of influence, once you get exposed to certain things, then you'll begin to go after it. You'll begin to get on this chase. And if you think that thing is money and not the assignment on your life, one thing you need to be chasing is the architect, the person who made you. God said, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. There is a plan that he has for you. So there's nobody better than him than to go and consult and see what it is. Because see, the trick of the enemy is to make us chase all these other things. We'll get in pursuit on all these other things. I got to get this car. I got to get this money so I could get this car, so I could portray this image. The images to people are always important versus health. They jamming in the back. You hear them coming? Power, influence, exposure, and pursuit. It all creates a vision for you, a dream for you. What is it that you're thinking about? We always get into this thing about what we can't do, what we can't do. What is it that you can do? I got another video that's coming out soon. I'll have it out this week. Next week coming up, and I don't have the accurate date, but it's going to be a webinar, and it's going to be about 3 steps to greater success. Go ahead and check it out. Please log on. I'll have the link available for you. That class will be $14.99 per person. It is going to be worth it, and you'll get way more than that. Make sure that you get the right vision. What is it that you're after? Today, the vision that I'm living in is the vision that I had. There was no way that I had enough money. I had this, I had that, but the vision has come to a full manifestation. And I think because I put the things of God first. If you haven't heard it, those of us that's always been in the church, we've heard it. And it's been, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto thee. Some of those things, we've heard it. We really didn't believe it. And once you get more experience and you live a little longer, you'll start to realize it's those things that are most important. Seeking him first, the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things will be added unto thee. I heard some things today, blew my mind, and that is, God is about to snatch you out of your struggle. He's actually about to change your pay scale. He's about to change your zip code. And he's about to give you some new friends. And once you do that, you'll have a different set of influential people around you. You'll be exposed to something different. And lastly, you'll start to be in pursuit of something greater. This is your girl, Marsha Mack. The Good Life in Motion. I thank you for tuning in. Better days are ahead, and he is about to make those crooked places straight and the rough places plain. All right, till next time, this is The Good Life in Motion. Peace.